Good morning, everybody. I am your grateful neighborhood addict named Connor, and this is today's daily reflection. April 16th, anger, a dubious luxury. If we were to live, we had to be free of anger. The grouch and the brainstorm were not for us. They may be the dubious luxury of normal men, but for the alcoholic, these things are poison. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 66. Dubious luxury. How often have I remembered those words? It's not just anger that's best left to non alcoholics. I built a list including justifiable resentment, self pity, judgmentalism, self righteousness, false pride, and false humility. I'm always surprised to read the actual quote. So well have the principles of the program been drummed into me that I keep thinking all of these defects are listed too. Thank God I can't afford them, or I surely would indulge in them. Yeesh. Another reading today where I don't know how helpful I'm going to be because none of those things are things that I indulge in. Like I said, I mean, of course, I have a resentment or two, and that's definitely something I'm working through with step four. But I think the 12 step program can really be conceptualized as a roadmap to personal integrity. And that's something that I personally take seriously and pride myself on and am happy with myself about is my integrity, which means I really don't indulge in false humility or false pride or self righteousness or pride in general. Um, but to hopefully be of some help, I looked up what is false humility, right? And false humility is a form of deceptive, performative modesty where an individual intentionally downplays their abilities, achievements, or worth to gain validation, manipulate perception, or mask pride, right? Self-deprecation for compliments, proclaiming, I'm so bad at this, while expecting others to disagree and offer praise. Or humble bragging, downplaying an achievement while highlighting it, such as saying, I can't believe they gave me the promotion. I barely worked on that project. Yeah, I'm just an authentic person, man. Like I don't have any intention to deceive anybody or manipulate anybody or anything. Um, and that's all subpar attention anyway. It's like the person who plays the victim, for sympathy. It's like, why do you even want that kind of attention? It's not, it's subpar quality attention, and you have to give up your dignity and your integrity to be able to get it. Like, that's just not worth it to me. Like, I like who I am way too much to compromise that just for somebody else to say, "Oh, I feel bad for you," or "Oh, good boy." I don't know. It's just not worth it to me. It just seems stupid. Um, Seems like more work and whatever than it's worth. But I also looked up false pride, right? And false pride is an inflated, unrealistic sense of self worth that masks deep seated insecurity, often manifesting as arrogance, bragging, and inability to admit faults. Yeah, I hate that shit, man. That drives me bonkers. My old sponsor was like that. And we call people, like him, hypocritians. Like he would scream at me when I didn't go to church, and I'd be like, dude, what is your problem? He's like, well, you made a commitment. I'm like, what commitment are you talking about, dude? Like, I just started going to church with you because I like church and I liked going with you. And he's like, well, it's just part of the deal. I'm like, well, you kind of need to say that up front, dude, And he's like, well, I don't understand. You're a big God guy, Like, I don't understand why you wouldn't be at church. I'm like, dude, I don't think God lives inside a building. I practice step 11 at 4:35 in the morning for an hour every day. I worship way more than you do. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, you don't tell somebody how to worship. Like, that is a cardinal freaking sin. It's like a line you don't cross, man. It's like, you don't talk about politics or religion. You know what I mean? Well, there's religion. It's one of those things, so everybody worships in their own way and whatnot. And, but I do have to say, I think it's really amazing that, Bill Wilson and Dr. Bob created this system, this roadmap to personal integrity for other people to follow. And I think that this is important, not practicing any deceptive or manipulative purposes practices, anything that's just not authentic or genuine and doesn't encompass humility, really, um, and wisdom. So anyways, that's what I got for you guys today. Thanks for listening.